we're told this point is 15. Now we've got to explain why he may not be correct, and this is worth 2 marks. So the key facts we need to know for a quadratic sketch, if you have got a positive number in front of the x squared, you have got a graph that is a happy face, so it goes the opposite way round to this one. This one is a negative x squared, so the graph is upside down. So that means we have got a minus in front of our x squared term. So that's going to be really important when we're working out the equation of this graph. Any quadratic is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And c, this number here on the end, is where you cross the y-axis. So it's this point here. Now the roots of a quadratic, which is where you cross the x-axis, so these 2 points here at -3 and 5 are called the roots of the quadratic. And that means x minus d times by x plus e equals 0. So if I put x minus d equal to 0 and solve that, that means x is equal to d. So one of my roots is that x equals d, which is like the 5 part here. Or x plus e equals 0. So if I rearrange this and solve, x is equal to -e, which is like the -3 here. Now you need to think about using these facts here. Okay, remember it's a negative x squared. Remember c is the y-intercept. These are the roots, and you've got to work out why we may not be correct. Now remember, if you look back to my previous video, we showed that it may be correct. So 15 was the y-intercept. So this time, why is it not correct? So make sure you check the previous videos to know why it was correct. And now we're going to look at why it's not correct. Press play when you're ready to hear the video after you've had a go at answering the question. Well done, guys. Hopefully you've managed to get yourself an answer as to why this value may not be 15. So the roots, we're told, are 5 and -3. So we've got 5 and -3. That means d is equivalent to the 5. So that is x minus 5. And the -3 is equivalent to my -e, which is x plus e, which is x plus 3. So these are my roots. Remember, the shape means we have got a negative at the front. So I've got a negative value. Now in my last video, we looked at multiplying the negative by the 3 times the -5, which gave me that plus 15. But we've got to work out why it might not be 15 this time. So we don't know exactly the equation of this curve. There could be a missing value at the front. So it could be a multiple of this equation. So I could put a magic k at the front, which could be any single number. So it could be the number 2, 3, 4, whatever number you chose, or you can generalize it and use the letter k. That will give you 1 mark if you got this equation with a k at the front, or it could be in terms of a number. Now the last term of this expression now is we've got -k times by the 3 times by the -5. So looking at multiplying these last 2 terms together, so 3 times -5 is -15, times by the -k is going to give us a positive 15k. Now that means 15 times by any number. So we're not going to have k as being 1 because that's what we had last time. So if I pick k to be 2, 15 times 2 is 30, which means this point here is now 30, not 15. So this is why we may not be correct. It could be any value. I could have picked 3, 4, any different value. As long as you give an example and state that you may not be correct, we'll give you your 2nd mark. Make sure you've ticked where your marks were awarded on the question, so give yourself a tick to show that you've got the correct marks and you know where to get the answers from for this question. The mark scheme of this question shows there are 2 marks. B1 means 1 method mark. The word integer means a whole number. So if you look through the mark scheme, you can see we've got the equation in terms of k, and that means you've got a multiple of 15. So these are the 2 reasons to get the 2 marks in the exam. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths.